But I say you can't compare nobody to Mike. Mike is the only person. Mike been going. I think Mike passed away like 2009.
Yeah.
You got kids. You got kids like born today that still having like Michael Jackson phases. It's kids.
Definitely.
It's kids that were born after Mike passed away that still get sad when they find out. Like finding out Michael Jackson is dead is up there with finding out that Santa not real. Like it's something that every kid goes through, no matter where they from or like what year they were born.
Yeah, I remember. This is around the time he died. You know, me and my cousins was all on some Michael Jackson shit for a little second. Not me so much, because I'm not like a dancing kid, but
you were just skating with one glove on.
Fuck you. And actually, there's like 13 to 15. Like there's like 100 Constantines, but the thing is, only the first one is Constantine the Great. The rest of them was just a bunch of people that were named Constantine and never reached the heights. So it's actually a perfect analogy.
Because they were the Chris Browns.
They were the fucking Chris Browns.
They were the Chris Browns and Jacquees.
The Jacquees, the Chris Browns, the Omarions, the Lil Mamas, the Neos. But none of them are Constantine. Yeah. It's just the same. It's just you got nobody else to compare it to because you thinking like, who else is that good?
Right.
Michael Jackson. But that nigga ain't him.
Yeah, but I guess we get into it. What's up, y'all? I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the We Want More podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Moore.
I'm Asante Morris.
And we got Pepsi. He's to the left of me chewing on his bone. I had to throw away his blanket, but there'll be another story. We on episode 83. 83. Please be sure to subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to this on, whether that be on App or Spotify. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to that too. You know what I'm saying? I shaved my hair freshly yesterday for y'all. Yeah, so
it's glistening.
Yeah, yeah, it feel good too. Had to shade that, had to get that right, and
nigga had to throw some olive oil on top too.
It's funny because I still do be like greasing my scalp. I be greasing my scalp like how Bugs Bunny was on Elmer Fudd head with his toes.
Yeah, you gotta make it shine. You can't have a dull head.
If you listen to this on Apple or Spotify, stop right now, scroll down, give us 5 stars, man. Give us 5 stars, and also leave a review, man. We definitely do appreciate that. I appreciate seeing all the comments that y'all give us. One listener, Ariana, she gave us a comment on Spotify. She said she usually doesn't listen to educational podcasts, but she doesn't mind listening to us because we don't. No, I really appreciated this comment. She said she can listen to us because we talk about topics, but we also are okay with admitting that we don't know everything.
Yeah, it's so fun to just be like, yo, most of the time I'm full of shit. It's liberating to be like, nigga, I'm really full of shit so much.
Yeah, and it's like, we willing to learn from y'all.
Yeah, I'm absolved of all anxieties when I just admit I'm a fucking dummy and I need to just go have a fucking bag of gummy worms.
So definitely do appreciate that. We appreciate all the just all the new listeners, all the day one listeners. I mean, we ain't been doing this for so that long, so it's like technically y'all are still day ones.
Yeah, everybody day one. Right now, we maybe 2 years from now, then we're gonna start having new people. But everybody right now is still day ones. We're not even at 100. So yeah. But to that point, just real quick. I feel like the world kind of used to be like this. You know what I'm saying? When people would just think about shit and not get set in their ways. You know how there was people that had their ideology or whatever, and they were like, this is what I believe. And there was people that were like into aliens and just thinking and shit. Yeah. But they knew like at the end of the day, it's like, I can't fucking prove it. I'm going to chase aliens till the day I die. I'm not going to ever see one. Mm-hmm. There's nobody else like that now. Everybody's just like, I know what the fuck is going on. But yeah, like I said, real quick idea.
But other than that, how you been though? How you been? We took a week off.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad this heat wave is over.
Yeah, that heat wave, that shit was something crazy, man. That's something, man. That I hope y'all out there. I hope y'all checked on y'all grandparents, make sure they was okay this past Monday and Tuesday during this heat wave. Cause old niggas, they were just chilling in the house. Nothing on, just sit. And old people be thinking just because they stay in one spot and move that they not gonna be affected by the heat.
Yeah, you ever be hanging out with your like grandparents and they're like, you like, it's hot just because you talking. Stop talking.
Yeah,
You won't talk, it won't be hot.
it's like, yo, we are free.
That shit. Talking is the reason for all the problems in a young boy's life.
Yeah.
That's why you can't hear the TV. If you shut the fuck up, you hear the TV.
It really is crazy the shit that, like, you know, the conspiracy theories that old people believe in. Like they be thinking if you talk you gonna get hot. They be thinking they think if you hook up your game to the TV is it's like, nigga, that's what the port is for.
Broke my TV. I'm not gonna break the motherfucking TV. But actually, I hooked up the game one time on my grandfather's TV and it actually broke. But it was on its way out.
Yeah, no, they think you hooking up the game to the TV is gonna mess up the color.
Yeah,
or something.
they just dumb, and it's okay. It's like I can't wait till I get to that point where I realize I'm not learning nothing else new. And you ever try to talk to your grandparent, your aunt, or uncle, or some shit, and they trying to you could tell like you explaining some shit to them.
Yeah,
you like like the kids what they doing now. Is like they'll hold hands, but they just friends. It's not no gay shit. And then they like, you can see in their face, they're like, their brains trying to put the like synapses together.
Yeah.
But there's no more connections to make. They just like, man, I don't fucking whatever.
No, but and then shit, I thought I almost lost my boy last week. Shit got real over here. So Pepsi, he was sick. Pepsi was like really sick. He remember I told you he had an allergic reaction. Yeah, like so he was like kind of like itching all over, like just had red spots all over his body.
Yeah, what was it? Do you know what it was?
I'm not even sure. So when we went to go get him an allergy shot, and then after that, like he essentially just stopped eating and drinking. He stopped eating and drinking, and what really scared me is like,
is it Sunday? Is it Ramadan?
Pepsi over here fasting.
Because we never considered it might be Ramadan. We're not good Muslims.
So what scared me? So Sunday morning, I'm making breakfast, and you know how Pepsi is usually when he sees food. So
annoying as fuck.
Yeah. Yes. So he looked at me, started licking his lips. But then I saw it in his face, like he just made himself sick. Like how like when you sick and you might see something, but it's like it turned your stomach off.
Yeah.
Like, so like he was looking at my food, all of a sudden he just threw up.
Oh yeah.
And then, let me know I needed to take him to the ER. He went to the bathroom twice in here. First, he took a shit in front of my door. Took a shit, like something he's never done. He knows to go to the bathroom outside, but it was like, so he tried to get outside by going to the front door. We don't communicate. Like our communications just through telekinesis.
Right.
So I gotta get him some Rosetta Stone.
Yeah.
So he just took a shit in front of the door, but then the next time he had to go, he actually ran into the bathroom and took a shit. Yeah. So he did try.
He definitely did try, and that's something you gotta appreciate. That bathroom floor is easy to clean up.
Yeah, so
you also shit right where I'm sitting.
So then after that, took him to the vet ER, and that was emotional. That was emotional for me, like mentally and fiscally. So he definitely Pepsi almost maxed out my credit card.
Oh yeah, that shit is not cheap.
Yeah, that shit is not cheap. So if y'all listening, y'all got pets, make sure y'all get some pet insurance.
So wait, you went to a vet?
Yeah, I went to a vet.
Was it like other animals in there and shit?
Yeah, that shit was, and the treatment was great. They took good care of him, but I wish it was like a vet urgent care, where it's like something cheaper, where they make sure you right and they make sure they get you out of there, but it don't cost as much. But going into the vet ER, it ain't like the human ER, because you basically just in this one big open space, and you see all these dogs just going through, like they probably like all these animals. Like it ain't no animal HIPAA, so you just see all types of shit. So we sitting there with him. This white guy comes in rushing in his dog, choking.
Damn.
And like, so all of the vet doctors, they all rush to this animal, put him on the table, and they asking him what's wrong. And he was like, we were just going on a walk for about 40 minutes, and then he just started shaking. It's like, nigga, it's 90 degrees out.
40 minutes?
Yeah. This nigga was taking his dog. He said he was taking his dog on a 45-minute walk.
I've never taken my dog on a 45-minute walk in my life.
And then you decide to do that in a heat wave. It's like, at that point,
fucking dog swallowed his own tongue. Yeah, of course he was choking. What a fucking idiot.
Yeah, man. So at that point, it's like we need to call CPS. I think this dog needs to find a new home.
Call Dog Protective Services.
So yeah, they like Pepsi. He was a little backed up. They gave him some probiotics and just some other stuff just to get him regulated. I'm saying some sea moss. But
you should have given him some fucking. There's definitely got to be
some dog elderberry.
Dog Dr. Sebi shit.
No, actually, it is like some pumpkin.
Pumpkin?
Yeah, pumpkin.
Like the guts or the seeds?
You want to kind of do it in like a puree. You want it to be like mushed, but yeah, pumpkin, it clears you out.
Humans or dogs?
I'm not sure.
Both.
Shit, it might clear us out too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it might. I don't know. Have you ever had pumpkin?
I've had pumpkin, but by accident, I thought it was a sweet potato pie, and it was pumpkin pie. And I was not happy.
See, that's why you're hanging around with white people.
No, it was at a Thanksgiving. I had been to a white Thanksgiving, and Lord have mercy. I was hoping a lightning would strike the fucking house. That shit was interesting. There was some shit in there that I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna tell nobody I fuck with this, but this isn't bad.
Why are these cousins kissing?
Nigga. Yo. That's not even funny. I'm gonna just tell you right now, that's not even a joke. I'm not gonna go no deeper. I'm gonna just say that's not funny. Some real shit. Them niggas are eating pumpkin pie off their cousin nipples. I will not elaborate further, but you struck a nerve.
Other than that,
I don't eat pumpkins. I keep going on tangents. I'm all caffeinated right now, and I'm just the wheels are turning.
Let me see. But other than that, yo, you know what I experienced this week? I got into it with some stands online. Because it's funny because we just talked about Drake
stands like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or are we talking like
nigga, what you drink? No, stands like just like super fans, like
stands, like Eminem stand.
Yeah, I got into it with some Drake stands where
those are the worst.
Yeah, because I had put up a post. I was basically saying with the Clipse, their album coming out, people were saying speculating their numbers, saying that they're not going to sell this. And it's like, who cares? And I was like, basically, it's funny that people talk about sales in an era where nobody buys music. Like none of us buy music anymore at all. Because we all got either Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, somewhere where we could just listen to whatever. Like I've listened to plenty of artists that would have never got my money in a FYE or wherever they used to buy. Where we used to buy CDs at.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a positive thing that sometimes you can sample some shit. You can listen to a whole discography and be like, I don't think this is worth money.
Right. And it's a good it's pros and cons to that, because I've also listened to artists and I found plenty of my new favorite artists that I would have never purchased. I would have never thought about purchasing a Freddie Gibbs album, or
true,
even
because it's not like an exciting name at all.
Yeah, or even a Ace Hood album. I would have never went and purchased that.
Yeah.
Whereas now I could actually go sit and listen to this stuff. So it's like comparing sales in this new era, it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, imagine if I fucking just looked at Freddie Gibbs' name as just I would have missed out on Pinata. Yeah, that's a good point.
We would have missed out on all this good shit just because his asshole was on Twitter at one point. I can't confidently go to the cash register with that album in my hand. You like, yo, why you like this?
Yeah, like you open up the CD and fold it out. Like, why did you put that in the credits? The track list and a sphincter side by side.
You go to read the booklet and it's just bussy. But
that's one of the best words ever created, by the way. But you find, not only can you find somebody online that you listen to, now, since there's so many different artists,
right?
And, it's way more than it was before. Now you get like little niches, and if you listen to a certain type of music, you a certain type of person.
Right.
If you listen to this guy, you might dress like this. You might, just your style may be indicative of an artist that you like. So if you go see them live, even though it might not be a lot of people, you around people that you like really fuck with.
Right. Yeah.
And y'all just make friends just off of like, yo, your fit is cool, and then boom, 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 y'all friends now. You might meet like, cause it's hard if you like into weird shit. It's hard to meet girls that's into weird shit, cause like nerdy niggas is just hard to fucking be around. But y'all all together in the same place, like it's magical.
So I put up that post and like so Drake stands immediately like people for the most part, a lot of people were agreeing with me, but then you had people saying like, you all here, you accepting defeat already. You trying to cope already. I'm like, nigga, I don't have an album on the way. And also, I'm going to listen to whatever I like. I don't care about, when I'm listening to something, I'm not thinking in my head like, yo, this shit ass because it only did 50,000. Like, you going to enjoy whatever you like. So, these things, they were coming at me, just saying like, just talking crazy to me. And then eventually, cause like me, like I told you, I read every comment.
Yeah, that's a form of mental torture. I don't think you should do that anymore.
Like I'll read every comment, I'll engage, and then like
engaging is cool,
just to see like where this is going to go. And then it got to the point where I just like after a while I'll delete all my tweets just because I don't want to give it energy on my page. So then they was like,
admitting defeat.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they said. Look at him, like, except he can't even stand on what he says. So me, I'll take the time out to like go look at your Instagram. Like I want to see who you really are, and like so we can have this conversation 1-on-1. So like I go to their pages. It's like a little white kid in the middle of Ohio, another Spanish kid in the middle of Louisiana, and I'm like, yo. I said to both of them, I'm like, yo, y'all actually look like good kids. Like this interaction would have never happened this way in person, and not even on some y'all would be scared to say what y'all said to me. It's just that the fact that y'all don't have an audience, y'all would have never said this to me. Like the disrespect, people are so disrespectful to you online, like in Twitter, because it's like it's no actual human interaction. You're just communicating to an object.
Yeah, white kids are taking out anger on the internet that they used to take out on themselves.
Yeah,
like white kids don't punch holes in walls no more. They just call people the N-word and they argue about Drake on the internet.
Yeah,
they don't go fucking shit, punch themselves in the head, fucking asshole.
Yeah, it's like
that's why my mom fucking hates me.
So, and it's like you talking to people this way because there's no human connection there. It's like you would never want to make a person, if you were actually interacting with somebody 1-on-1, you wouldn't even want that to be your interaction with a person. You wouldn't even want to make somebody feel that way. Yeah,
it's weird because you don't want to be the dick in a situation, right, yeah. But the fact that nobody's gonna trace this back to you, it's like it feels like God's not even watching.
Yeah, so
but he is, and you're going to hell.
So when I had that interaction on both of their individual pages, it just ended so quick because they didn't have an audience to say anything. Yeah,
and the idea of like standing on anything on the internet is a very new idea. Mm-hmm. I still believe that you can't take a firm stance on the internet and it mean anything. I mean, you could do it, but if you don't do it in real life, real life is still the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
So, oh, you're not standing on business. You're on the internet. Remember, was it 2012 Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
When we found out that, you know, they was basically beefing on Twitter and then going out and shooting each other about shit that was happening on Twitter.
Yeah.
I think that's when the world really found out about that. Because it's, you know, street violence is not like a new thing. But that shit just was a new level of glorification that we ain't seen yet. Yeah. And the world is still not recovered from that shit. Obviously, because drill music is still like kind of a thing.
Oh,
you know, like
yeah. And yo, it's funny you say that because
no disrespect to Chicago, by the way. Chicago is one of the coolest places.
Yeah,
you know,
no,
in the world,
yeah. Just as an example, like, you know, Chicago, Detroit, even Philly, like you'll see like a white kid in the middle of Omaha talking shit to like Lil Durk saying when you gonna slide for Vine.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's made the worst kinds of environments too accessible to where now you have the poverty safaris. You got the people that's, yo, we in the trenches of fucking Cleveland. We about to go see what's going on. And then you actually feel like you know people there. You feel like you understand what it's like to grow up there. But it's very strange behavior. And I guess we're posting this on the internet, so it is a bit hypocritical for me to be, oh, you guys are on the internet and you're fucking losers, but I don't know. And the Drake fans, they feel like Drake is like one of those people that's kind of reached like a god status to where it's not just enough for you to believe in him. You got to make sure everybody believes in him as much as you do.
But you know what made me like realize like that we do kind of stop. We have to stop arguing music with people. Did you watch the Travis Scott documentary?
I haven't, but I know the story
about the Astroworld festival.
I didn't watch that one, but I watched the Rob Ford documentary.
Oh, I just watched that one too.
Yeah, that one's hilarious.
Yo, Rob Ford, shout out to the mayor of Toronto, Rob Ford. He passed away a few years ago from cancer. Yeah. But watching that documentary,
first crackhead to die.
Yo, I ain't never see a crackhead die before.
If he ain't get hit by a bus, and he can still get up and walk after that.
See, that is the problem when you try to do crack and have a good life. Like if he was on the street, just sucking dick like the rest of them, he'd be cool.
But that motherfucker, he decided that he wanted to be something. A fascist crackhead is crazy as shit.
That's what killed him.
Yeah. Nigga was a right-wing extremist crackhead.
But
and then they gonna ask him, do you smoke crack? And then and be mad when he lied about it. And he did tell the truth. They was like, was that you smoking crack? And he goes, I don't smoke crack and I'm not addicted to smoking crack. And then later he was like, I smoked it, but I don't smoke it. That's not a lie.
No, but watching that documentary, I felt a little bit sad at the end when he passed away because I was like, damn, he did deserve a little crack.
He, if he was doing cocaine, it wouldn't have been a problem. And just because, you know, crack is the poor man's drug or like a black or like a Hispanic drug. Yeah. But you know, cocaine, every politician, I'm going to tell you, every politician you see on TV, you're like, yo, this nigga's tweaking. Yeah. Cocaine. Yeah. Everyone.
But Coke does have much better PR.
Yeah, it's just PR.
They got cooler dance moves.
Yeah. Bush, the president, for 2 terms, he admitted to doing cocaine. Nobody really batted an eye. Oh, wow. But if they, remember that? I mean, we were kids, so it was like, but it's, you know, if you look in the archives, it's.
But no, the Travis Scott documentary, that one, it was just like showcasing like everything that went wrong with the festival. You know, 10 people end up losing their lives.
Yeah,
10 people.
Illuminati sacrifice.
Yeah, 10 people ended up losing their lives at this during Travis's performance, which from like, you know, just being. It was from a lot of factors, like how the stage was arranged. Not how the stage was arranged, how the entrance to his stage because it was like all the other performers performed on one stage and Travis had his own for his performance. So like just the way that the transition of the crowd from those to his, it led to like people being trapped in one area. And also they didn't account for, well, they weren't able to account for all of the people that broke into the festival.
Oh yeah. It was just basically super over capacity. I didn't know about that part too.
So it was supposed to be, the capacity was supposed to be at maybe 30,000. They sold 50,000 tickets, and then people broke in.
Damn.
I believe people sold. I don't want to be wrong on that, but I believe they sold 50,000 tickets, and then like just had a large number of people break through the gates to get in. So it was like they just weren't able to contain it, and it do got to be crazy to like imagine like you on the ground and you just hear goosebumps.
I definitely think that that's an awful way to go out.
Yeah.
But I have been listening to some songs, and then out of nowhere a Travis Scott feature come on, and you're like, oh, fucking me. Somebody just fucking trample me. Because they don't be putting the features on songs.
Yeah.
So he just pull up, and I'm like, oh my God.
And watching that, it made me realize why you can't argue music with people, because it's like you out here trying to make sense with 16-year-old Mexicans. Like watching that Travis Scott documentary, I think Travis Scott was the only black person there. Like,
I would totally believe that.
Like, yo, man, it was so many low top Jordans in that documentary.
Bunch of bowl cuts and fucking tight ass jean shorts.
Yo,
and they be saying nigga more than anybody. I saw this video.
Yo, that nigga is the new Selena.
Yo, they fuck with Travis Scott more than like actual Mexican rappers.
Yeah.
I can't even name a Mexican rapper that's hot.
Like how Bad Bunny is to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
That's how Travis Scott is to Mexico.
It's Drake too. Mexicans love Drake.
Yeah. So it's like we're never going to win these arguments. It's too many of these niggas.
And they again, their motivations are different. Your motivation is, well, if you think about it, and they go, think. I'm not trying to think. I'm trying to fucking release some tension that I built up working fucking landscaping job.
Let me see. You want to get into some of the topics this week?
Let's
let's
get into the news.
Mamdani. How do you pronounce his first name?
Zohran.
Zohran. Yeah, Zohran Mamdani. He won the Democratic primary in New York. He upset Andrew Cuomo to win that. But I think they saying Cuomo is thinking about running independently. Also, Eric Adams is too.
Yeah, I heard about Eric Adams doing that, which is not going to be fun.
Yeah, but shout out to Mamdani, young socialist, Muslim. Huge win, but he's been facing a lot of, what was the exact term? Xenophobic? Is that used to describe like hatred towards Muslims also?
Xenophobia applies to immigrants mostly. I think Islamophobic could be.
Definitely.
He's Muslim, right? Or is he just from a Muslim place?
No, but he is also from. He's a citizen now, but he is from Uganda.
He's from Uganda.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a. I wouldn't. You could have gave me 100 guesses.
Oh yeah, I didn't expect that either.
I would not have gotten to Africa.
Yeah. He came here when he was 7, I believe. Yeah.
Some real New York shit.
Yeah. And the perfect representative of a city full of immigrants. And
when's the last time there's been a brown mayor?
Yeah. And
has there been one? Yeah, but he's going to face a lot of scrutiny. He's going to be fucking...
He's been facing a lot of
scrutiny. If he gets elected, because people do not... If he gets elected, like, hopefully nobody tries to, like, him or anything.
Yeah. Mamdani, he won all across New York except for like certain areas like the Upper West Side, Upper East Side, Midwood. I think he lost like mostly in like the primary Jewish communities, because people are trying to still twist his comments saying that like he's anti-Israel or he's against Jews. He's going to make it harder for Jews. Like they've been saying. I've seen a lot of big Jewish accounts tweeting saying that, Jewish people need to leave the city or they're in danger if he becomes mayor. I'm like, damn, he dropping rent already.
Fuck, I broke my concentration.
Yo, you know what's funny? It's funny though, cause it's like that's how out of pocket Israel been for the past like 2 years. It's like now you can finally get jokes off about these niggas.
Yeah, finally.
It's like all right, y'all wilding.
Yeah. It's like y'all spitting on children. That's crazy. Yeah, they're throwing all this shit at them. They saying, like fucking, the Israeli shit. They're like, oh, he's gonna be bad for Jews, or billionaires are saying, oh, he's gonna be bad for the economy. Basically, everybody that we don't fucking fuck with already is trying to convince you that he's bad. It basically seems like we're not allowed to try any new ideas unless it's a fucking like authoritarian white nigga at the helm,
right?
Because motherfucking. I'm not gonna say no names because I hate saying their names and giving them, but every time one of these like populist or like right wing dudes, white guys, comes out and says we gonna do this shit, we gonna change shit, we gonna drain the swamp, we gonna do this, everybody's like cool, and whatever bullshit that they pull off, and however bad it gets, they're like nah, we gonna just let them cook, and then some guys like all right, let's see if the bus could be free. They're like oh no, this is gonna ruin the entire world.
And there's like
if he was white, they probably would have fucking gave him a little bit more leeway to hear his ideas out.
And it's like, shit, y'all might as well make the bus free, because shit, we gonna hop it anyway.
Bro, they waste so much fucking... Yeah. They put undercover police officers on the bus.
Wow, I didn't even know that. Damn.
Like, think about how much manpower you are employing to put fucking undercover cops on buses. They're not catching drug dealers. They're not catching murderers, rapists, no actual criminals, just checking people. Hey, did you pay? Did you pay? And then they find like one person that didn't pay.
Right.
And this motherfucker is doing overtime and shit. The police budget got no business being that goddamn high if that's what we using the money for. We can make the buses free. Yeah.
And then also just like
I don't think he's gonna do it, but I think it's an idea that definitely plausible. Just I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah, but I do like his ideas. He also has a plan to tax the rich.
That's what they're really mad about.
Yeah, taxing the rich.
But here's the thing. Rich people, once you hit a certain level of richness, you feel like you're a rich person now. But wealthy people, they're not talking about $1 million shit. They're talking about multi-million-dollar assets that they have, that if they lost that, they'd still have other multi-million-dollar assets. We're talking like actual wealth. And these motherfuckers genuinely own us. I mean, they can tell us where we're going to work, how much we're going to get paid. These motherfuckers own us. So imagine your dog telling you you're going to get taxed more. You're like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. You're not taking a cent from me. Yeah. I own you. So that's just how that's going. And, they said he was trying to open up make grocery stores free. Mm-hmm. Now, if you look at the plan, his plan is open 5 state-run grocery stores to try to help stabilize the
prices,
supermarket prices. Mm-hmm. And everybody's acting like he's trying to socialize the entire grocery store industry in the city. And they're like, oh, if he does this, I'm leaving. Like 5 grocery stores? There's 5 grocery stores on my block.
And the people that's complaining about like leaving or the city being ruined are people that like really is... I mean, you do have a lot of like the Jewish people complaining that are upset about the whole Israel takes.
Real Jews don't give a fuck. It's just weirdos.
Yeah.
Real Jewish niggas don't give a shit about that type of shit.
Right, exactly. And they understand exactly where he's coming from, where it's like, if I'm the mayor, why should I be worried about something outside of the jurisdiction of this city?
I guess when I said that, I didn't mean like real Jewish people as in like we're the Jews. I wasn't trying to say, I realized I got to be careful what I say, because it might have come off if I was saying, the niggas that's dressed like Power Rangers up in Harlem. They don't give a fuck. No, I'm talking about Jewish people that fucking think for themselves, don't give a shit.
We the true. I get what you mean, but that and the people that are saying like we need to leave are like the people that are not even from here. Yeah,
it's transplants and rich people, the people that ruin the fucking city.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a transplant too, so we raise the rent. We don't support the businesses that's there, and then when they close, we fucking open up shit that the original residents don't fuck with. So we just create goddamn tinier communities within communities, don't interact with them, and it basically kind of suffocates the surrounding community to the point where now they have to surrender that shit to the goddamn transplants and the gentrifiers and shit. And so
no, but then also what I like about Mamdani is that he's only 33. Like it's good to see a leader making plans for the future that he actually has to live in.
Mm-hmm. They won't be here, and they just don't fucking get it. They don't get what's going on. They don't understand changes. They just don't fucking want to get it, and they can't get it. And we just keep letting them do whatever the fuck they want, man. What young black people have been kind of given the torch to lead shit? You know, what young white politicians have been given the torch where it's like, hey, you know what? We're going to groom you to be the next good Supreme Court justice. You know what I mean? Like one day you're going to do the job. Like who's actually being put in these positions of leadership? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Same shit with motherfucking music. I mean,
what?
Like shout out to Pusha T and them, but them niggas is 50.
Yeah.
And like,
I do. Matter of fact, I'm glad you actually say that because I did want to talk about
who's the next Clipse?
Yeah, I did.
I want to see the next. I mean, they should keep doing what they're doing because I fuck with it. But there's nobody that is getting any sort of the momentum to be the next. All right, these guys are lyrical, but they have really high energy music. You know, nobody's putting their faith behind anybody. They're just fucking these young artists within their contracts and shit.
I'm glad you say that because I did want to talk about the Clipse. And so did you see they released their second song from the album? They released the song "So Be It" in the video.
Yeah.
And you know, at the last verse, did you hear what they were talking about Travis Scott?
I did. I heard the story. It's been like everywhere.
Should I play it? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I'll play it for those that didn't hear it.
Rap beef is drama for dudes. I be watching battle rap. I'm like, yo, this is RuPaul's Drag Race for niggas. It really is.
No, it really do. Cause even like that's how I feel.
It's like, ooh, they're getting so feisty.
No, that's how I feel.
They're so catty.
Like I remember when, listening to Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah.
When the whole split happened between like Joe, Rory, and Maul, that was my love in hip hop. That was like was like Real Housewives. Let me see. I'm
You're like, oh man, that shit wasn't thorough. But you can say it as much of a man as you want, but it's catty. It's just you getting involved in other people's drama.
Yeah. All right, let me play this right here. So that part, right? At first, because of the Calabasas part, people thought he was talking about Kanye, but he actually revealed he was talking about Travis Scott. And also, when he says I could share it and AE it, he's talking about Cher and her boyfriend AE. That like I forget what exactly his name is, but his name is his initials is AE, and I guess like that guy and Travis Scott, they got in a fight also. But people were saying that Pusha T is too old to be beefing with Travis, and
this is what old dudes do though.
Honestly, I feel like that's what it like an old nigga. If
like, come here,
yeah,
did I tell you about that shit?
Like Pusha is, I think he's 48 and Travis Scott is like 33, 34.
Yeah.
It's like, if I got 14, 15 years on you, I'm going to check you. Like, ain't no young nigga. Just if a nigga that's 19, 20 tried to like, play me on some shit, I'm going to pull him here like, yo, don't do that. No young niggas about to play in my face. But also, too, on the flip side, I do get Travis, crying over Kylie. Because, like, Pusha, him being older, he's dealing with older women. So, especially coming from Virginia, dealing with women that, I don't want to say submissive, but just follow more traditional rules and, like, be willing to listen to a rich drug dealer. Whereas like dealing with these new like 20, 30-year-old women, these young bitches will make you cry.
That's their goal. They want
these young girls that hurt your feelings.
Really?
You be like, damn. So it's like these old niggas, they be like, yo, don't be pillow talking. It's like, no, I thought this bitch liked me.
It's fucking it's a new level of like man hatred, and which has always been a thing, and you kind of should hate dudes if you know what the position that you're in.
Yeah.
But it's a whole nother level, and now that like somebody like I mean she a Kardashian, like she don't need nobody for their money.
Yeah.
It's probably just a new level of just not giving a fuck and shit like that.
Right.
So and she's rich as she probably got fucking how much more than him?
Yeah, that's the.
So I'm like, damn, I lost everything.
Yeah, that shit is. It's a gift and a curse having an independent woman.
Yeah.
It's just like, what you mean you don't need me? I need you.
Do we kind of shifted gears?
Oh yeah, we did. What you want to get back to Mamdani?
Do you have anything else?
Well, on the Clipse.
Oh, Mamdani.
Mamdani. No. I mean, I'm definitely happy. I'm definitely happy. For New York, you know, I'm in Jersey, so you know, I think things are a little conservative here. But you know, I do most of my business in New York, so you know, I definitely in most of my business in New York. So you know, I do want things to get better in the city, things to be more affordable all across the board. Because the only thing that's affordable, only thing that ain't changed is the Arizona iced teas.
And God bless Arizona iced tea.
Yeah.
I remember they was thinking about raising the price, and they didn't do it. And just thank God for them. When you need to break some fucking a 20 for laundry, and you like it's hot outside, might as well get something to drink.
Yeah, get that Arizona, man.
And if you actually need something to drink, and all you got is $1, Arizona iced tea, and they don't. You can look at the ingredients. It's no fucking like poison in it most of the time.
Bro, I used to knock back 2 cans of Arizonas because I thought it was healthy because it had ginseng in it.
Well, it's not unhealthy.
Yeah.
It's like if you look at the ingredients and shit, like Arizona really is mostly just tea and sugar.
And when you look at that can, you see the plant on there. You be like, this shit got to be healthy.
Yeah, there's plants in there.
Like, yo, I'm telling you, an Arizona green tea, and then the iced oatmeal cookies, but you gotta let them get just a little stale. I don't know why the it's weird how them oatmeal cookies hit a little different when they kind of expired.
Yeah, I mean that's a coping mechanism.
I'm trying
to. I like it like this.
I'm trying to find a silver lining in my poverty.
Yeah. I mean, I like eating the same shit for dinner the whole week. I like hot dogs.
Well, I guess keep it in food. Red Lobster, man. Have you been to Red Lobster lately?
I haven't been to Red Lobster in a very long time.
Well, it's time
but they sell them biscuits at the grocery store frozen. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't even need to go. I get the biscuits at the store.
But now I might have to make a trip, man. Red Lobster, shout out to the new CEOs. You know, and that's the thing about having, you know, just youth and leadership. Because I think, how old is the Red Lobster CEO? The young black guy. I think he's about 35, I think. African brother too. I'm not even gonna try to say that name because I don't want to fuck him up. The Mola, I don't know. But
you gotta say it with a deep voice.
Oh, he's okay. He's Nigerian. 36, Nigerian.
Nigerians don't fuck around,
bro. Went to Brown and Harvard, bro. Africans gonna make sure they get their education, man.
A Brown, and a Harvard degree.
Damn.
As a white man is going to get you a lot farther than Red Lobster. Not that I'm saying it's a bad job, but he'd be the president.
Damn, that nigga. That his father is a neurologist and his mother is a pharmacist.
Yo, that's every Nigerian nigga I know. Their parents is fucking in the medical field, pharmacists and shit.
Yeah,
like
it's kind of like how Indians got to be engineers.
Yeah.
So shout out to them, man. This is why we gotta show love to the immigrants, because it's like, who else going like, you know, hold this country together?
Yeah,
it ain't gonna be the white people passing down the companies to they C and D students. Children.
Yeah. What do the Nigerian failures do? Because I know the Indian ones go to Dunkin' Donuts. Like if you're a failure and if you're an Indian, you don't make it to law school, Dunkin' Donuts. But like, where do Nigerians go?
Uber.
Okay.
Yeah, Uber. You don't see these niggas on these bikes in front of Five Guys? yo, that's it's crazy because it's like, you know, the Africans, when they successful, I mean, they look it. But when they not, bro, these niggas, it's 100 degrees out and you got on a hoodie and a Woolrich on a bike. Like, yo, you don't have to wear everything from the crib.
What crib?
Oh my god. This nigga got on a winter jacket with his toes out.
I will say, on Tuesday or Wednesday, one of the like 100-degree days, I seen a young boy in a hoodie and sweatpants. I was like, just hold the gun in your hand in front of everybody. We all know you hiding something. There's no fucking way. He had a hoodie on. Yeah. He had the mask down, but he had it on his head and like sweatpants. And I was out there dying in a beater. So I'm like, I know you're hot.
Right. Yeah, no, that shit was unbearable. We couldn't breathe. Hoodie. It was so hot out. When I took Pepsi outside to pee, he was pulling me back to like the main entrance like it was raining. Like,
yo, it felt like you open a window, it felt like opening an oven. Like seriously.
Yeah.
You just got a fucking rush of hot air. It's crazy.
Yeah, but Red Lobster.
Oh yeah, they doing seafood boils now.
Yeah, Red Lobster, nigga, a seafood boil, and they doing flights of sangria. Did you see that? I love me a sangria.
Yo,
wait, let me.
This is what we missing out by not having DEI.
Right, let me see. They're doing a limited time seaside sangria flight with mango berry, tropical white, and come on, man. $5 happy hours,
seafood boil bags, fucking come on, like.
But I did hear the bag is a little bland. But
I don't even like seafood boils. I just know other people enjoy them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know how to celebrate a win for somebody else, but I mean,
come on, but
I'm sure it's a Red Lobster at the end of the day.
But a happy hour and being able to like sop that up with them biscuits.
Yeah,
we might have to make a trip, man.
Do you like seafood boils?
Honestly,
because they always look like kind of bland to me. Because I'm like, isn't it just seafood, and it's just fucking like in some seasoned water and shit? Well,
honestly, for me, I'm not the biggest like seafood fan. I'm not the biggest, just because. Not to say I don't like seafood. I'm not the biggest fan of crab legs. One, because I'm not a chick from North Philly.
But you don't like crab legs?
They cool, but it's just like the work isn't worth the reward to me. She from Virginia, so I'm always getting her crab legs. So she'll do the work for me, and like she'll bust open a leg or two for me.
I've had crab before. It is a lot of work,
but I love a crab cake. I like a good crab cake.
Yeah, I don't like food with a task.
Yeah.
You have to crack it. I do like lobster, but you gotta crack it open. Just give me a fucking. You ever had a lobster roll?
Yeah.
Just put it on the bread for me.
Right. A good lobster. When I was in Maine, I had me a good lobster grilled cheese, or calamari. I'll do those.
We getting in the, you ate today? We getting in the food again. I don't want to stop.
No, but I didn't.
Okay. I feel like I'm enabling you because I didn't.
Yeah, you be noticing when I'm hungry.
Listen, fat people like talking about food, and there's not enough people that cater to that desire to hear about food that you're not next to.
Yo, what's funny? Speaking of fat people, I know we jumping all over the place.
That's fine.
But Dave Blunt, he actually said something about Pusha T. Let me see if I can find this comment. Dave Blunt, he called out Pusha T because originally when that Travis Scott Like, when those lines for him came out, everybody thought it was directed towards Kanye, and Kanye has been hanging out with Dave Blunts. Yeah, Dave Blunt said, "Pusha T, you're 48, dissing a nigga who did everything for you. Tell daddy you're sorry. We're not listening to that Mark ass album." But it's like, and he, just said something, and it's like, it's crazy that Dave Blunts is dissing Pusha T for being 40, because it's like, Dave, the way you looking, we don't know if you're gonna see 40. Shit, they gonna
damn. Dave Blunts is 23.
He 23.
23.
God damn. Damn, that is fucking.
There's no way he had enough time to put on that much weight. He is if you were 35, I'm like, damn. So you got your divorce was real hard, but 23.
I'll keep it in music.
What else is there musically?
Diddy got some charges dropped this past week. So they're doing their closing arguments for the trial, and some major charges got dropped. So I do want to be careful on how we talk about this, because this nigga might be back on the streets. So let's see, what charges did he get dropped?
If he does get any of these charges dropped, the reason is going to suck. And like if he doesn't go to jail or anything, the reason it would suck is just another example of how being rich can protect you from goddamn anything.
Yeah. So they dropped the kidnapping charge. Let me see.
Like, you think you could beat a kidnapping charge? If you hold somebody and bring them from one room to another room, that's kidnapping. Nigga like me is going to jail for kidnapping if I do that. We watched this nigga kick his girl and then drag her. We watched the kidnapping.
Yeah, so they dropped the kidnapping charge, arson, and certain sex trafficking charges in this case. So he still is facing serious charges, but it's like, we know you did it, but we can't say you, like Kid Cudi car. That was the arson charge. So it's like, to have a nigga blow up your car and then gaslight you, like, what car?
Now, I don't think him going to jail is gonna fucking save the world or change anything. But it's just crazy how if you got enough money, it don't matter what the fuck you do.
Yeah. But yo, Sam J, she had one of the best jokes about this. I don't know. Did you see her video that Sam J posted?
No.
She was basically saying that
I like her though.
Yeah, Sam J, she had one of the best takes on this, and I didn't even think about it. She basically said, when you're facing crimes, you should be you're supposed to be judged by a jury of your peers. So it's like, we should have other freaky niggas that do orgies. Because it's like, we don't know if he was wilding out by orgy standards. And I never really looked at it that way.
Yeah.
Like, some of this shit just might be normal. So I think they do have him on some stuff, but other stuff they really can't prove. Because we do know the male prostitutes were involved.
Yeah, I don't think prostitution is a crime though. I mean, it's a crime, but I don't think it should be illegal. So that's what I'm saying. If that's all they got him on, then I don't even fucking care. You should be allowed to buy any hole on any person if they sell it to you of their own volition. That's Asante Morris for mayor. When I'm mayor, I'm gonna legalize every hole.
You still gonna have to pay for the buses.
The buses, yeah. Holes are free.
It's free if you want a bus. Let's talk about this. B. Simone, our favorite scammer, is back in the news. And she's jumped a lot of different lanes. She went from social media influencer to on stage comedian. She plagiarized the coloring book. I didn't even know you could do that. And now she's been in the church. She's been preaching.
She's a preacher now.
I mean, shit, if you want to hit a scam, when things get bad, that's where people don't, and that's kind of why people don't really be fucking with Christianity like that, because Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna put that on just Christianity because niggas do turn to Islam when they need some protection in jail. so niggas, niggas do be turning to Allah. I ain't gonna put that on just the God. Niggas do be turning to Allah when they want to eat lunch without getting stabbed. So, but B Simone, her funds aren't what they used to be. Baby girl is doing bad right now, and she was having a conversation with her friend, and she broke down crying. And I'm gonna play some of this right here.
Just my finances, like the budgeting. You see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah,
like I notice it in me now, just nitpicking, and it's not even. I just don't have it like to spend the liquid. Yeah, I'm used to having.
I feel like I caught her stray. Shit, H&M be a little pricey. I ain't gonna lie. She need to go to Marshall's.
I don't support H&M, but I was looking at the sale rack like, God damn.
This shit on sale?
Yeah. But the shit that I've never bought anything full price at H&M in my entire life. So to be complaining about H&M is crazy as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I got some stuff from there. I got some shirts, some cargos. They got cool dad hats at H&M. But shit, B Simone, ain't nothing wrong with going to Ross.
Yeah.
And especially if you going to be in church, that's where you get you some nice church attire.
That's where you get them Calvin Klein button-up shirts.
Get you a nice blouse. You might if you want to dress down, go to that section where the Nirvana t-shirts at.
Yeah, that's why I get my Spider-Man cologne. or buy secondhand. Don't support fast fashion. Buy some shit from the thrift store.
Yeah,
that's how you know you don't give a fuck what nobody say about you. When you can wear some shit and not be scared of running into the nigga that used to own it.
No, but that conversation with her friend, it makes you realize though, like, outside of the scam, and B Simone is just like a terrible person.
Yeah, because like
I try not to tear down a person too much.
Yeah,
especially like we never want to tear down black women. But it's just like, did you see the other part where she was having this conversation with her friend?
Nah, but I'm with you. If you're a preacher and you complain about money at all, I don't trust you. That's like a fucking. Is that not a goddamn cardinal sin?
Let me see. I'll pull up this picture.
The motherfucking
people
materialism.
People probably seen this.
I'm not. I don't even want to attack her specifically.
Yeah, because
I'm not into like attacking women, even though they just be saying dumb shit.
No, this is her, but right. Like, let me see if I can pull this picture up for you. And I'm sure people have seen this picture. I barely ever see. I've seen a couple, and I fuck with them. But there's rare that you see like a pastor or some shit dressing bummy. And that's the nigga that should be dressing bummy. You supposed to be serving God, not motherfucking Barnes and Nobles or Bloomingdale's, whatever the fuck you call it. No, this is her. Barnes and Noble. That's a bookstore. She's supposed to be serving God, but she in here serving thighs and titties. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I go to church to look at titties, so it does not bother me. You see, she got the suit jacket with them legs out. Nigga, you ain't go to church when you was a kid, did you? That's where I learned how much I like titties. I mean, I guess I went to Catholic school, so I was in white church. Your church, you was going to black church. Big titties. So you big women, big titties. So you was in church all day. Yeah, nigga, we showed up and like when we showed up, it's like keep everything on because we about to be out in 15 minutes. Nah, you don't even gotta take your jacket off. Man, I mean, and I wasn't there to like I wasn't staring. Yeah, but them big church ladies. Mm-hmm. With them quadruple D titties, hugging you, it's hard to not have no thoughts. I wasn't on no creepy shit, but I was just like, it was puberty. Yeah, you was in church. You was in church with the hoes and the gay nigga on the drums.
Yeah.
The niggas that clap with their hands bit.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't had no manly claps. It's like, nigga, why are you clapping with your fingers bent?
Listen. And the nigga telling everybody that homosexuality is a sin, and you got that gay nigga back there having a fucking good time. That's bullshit. And telling me not to jerk off. It's a jerk. Masturbation is a sin. You're supposed to fuck your wife. I don't got no wife, nigga. I'm 12. I'm fucking. Ladies with gigantic titties are hugging me. I'm 12. What the fuck you think I'm gonna do when I go home?
And this nigga fucking the secretary of the church.
You fucking everybody. Niggas fucking everybody. But yeah, it's just being a fucking preacher or pastor or some shit is better than being a drug dealer because you don't even gotta sell anything tangible.
Well, I guess that's the perfect segue.
What?
for church niggas that be fucking everybody. Tyler Perry. You see,
finally comes out. The truth.
Tyler Perry got a lawsuit, and I believe is one of the former actors of one of his shows. I think the dude was on the Oval. Damn, he's being sued for $260 million. That's a lot. But I guess if you a gay nigga and you trying to finesse somebody, you hit the jackpot. You get Tyler Perry. Like
sexual harassment, groping.
Yeah, so he got what is the lawsuit? I believe they were in a consensual relationship at one point. Let me see.
And it sucks because even though I don't like Tyler Perry and
okay, he's
what was I gonna say? I don't like Tyler Perry. Oh, even though I don't like him, I do want to feel like, you know, you're rich. You know, somebody might come after you for money, but I'm tired. I'm not. I don't defend rich niggas no more. Him, motherfucking Shannon Sharp. It don't matter who it is. I believe that rich people just think they can get away with whatever the fuck they want because that's what the fuck I see.
I mean, but I kind of feel I'm torn on this because it's two niggas in the situation. Y'all both know each other ain't shit. Like it's different. Like when. It's different when it's a man and a woman because we both don't know how each other think.
Yeah,
so,
but what if he's the one that turned this nigga gay? You never know.
If it's a man,
that's your uncle's job, not Tyler Perry.
Come on, no, because like with a man and a woman with that type of harassment, it's like you don't know how each other is thinking, so you might think that person's intentions are genuine.
What are you talking about? Like a girl, like being
a girl, yeah, a girl being a victim, a woman being a victim. But when there's two men in the situation, y'all know each other. Y'all know how each other thinking. You know when a nigga's running game on you. And this is Tyler Perry. You know, the game ain't no different. You know that nigga's coming at you with the same script. That nigga don't have a plot twist in his bag at all.
I tried to watch. Did you watch Straw?
Yeah, y'all watched.
You watched the whole thing?
Yeah.
I watched like the first 10, maybe 15 minutes.
Taraji was going through it.
No, I was like, I can't watch this. This is fucking like torture porn.
This is the worst shit ever.
It's like a snuff film.
How do I feel?
She's just being.
You saw Sinbad though?
Yeah. As if I'm like, okay, Sinbad has a job. I think he just like watching people suffer.
Do you mind if I spoil that movie for you?
I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna watch it.
All right, so spoiler
alert for that audience.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Straw already. Did you get to the bank? Did you get to when Taraji was in the bank?
I saw when she was in the bank, and then her boss was like, "They said you was at the bank, and you was supposed to be back at work." That was the last.
Oh wait, did you see when she killed her boss?
No.
Oh yeah. So Taraji, basically, essentially, what happened? She thought her daughter got taken away, but her daughter really died the day before, and it was like basically like a break in her mental health. Yeah.
That's fucking terrible.
I mean, but it is another movie like that though. Have you ever seen Fracture?
No.
Fracture on Netflix is Fracture is not as extreme as that, but it is basically White Straw.
Fracture.
Yeah.
I never seen that,
but yeah. So basically, the movie Straw is like, you know, it was the straw that broke the camel's back, whereas like she basically had a snap in her mental health. And
yeah, that fucking sucks. Oh, but there's this movie called Good Night Mommy. There's a German version and a American version.
Oh shit, we got a German Tyler Perry.
No, it's just similar to like a mental break kind of movie. I liked it. Is what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I always whenever I bring up Tyler Perry, it's all negative, and sometimes I just want to think about something I do like. But yeah, I'm sick of this nigga, man. Like he's just like not good to watch women fucking suffer for 2 hours every time this nigga drops a movie, and it's like it's okay to make a woman go through something in a piece of art or some shit if she gets some sort of retribution, I feel. Mm-hmm. But it just seems like he's making a woman go through a bunch of fucked up shit, but it's okay because a man ends up getting it worse.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't seem like he likes anybody.
And that's how it was where, like, in this movie, it was no real happy ending. It just ended with her being like walked away in handcuffs.
And I'm fine with that, but I don't. Obviously, Taraji is a great actress, and she fucking destroyed. She was in from the second the movie starts. You believe she's the character. Mm-hmm. Again, she's one of the best criers. We talked about this. She knows how to put on a crying face, but. And a man's sexuality is his business. If you want to be gay and rude to niggas in the text, it's like he's being rude, but calling him rude. If he wants to do that, that's fine. Be as fucking sassy as you want, but stop making shitty movies and goddamn harassing your workers.
I think
I try. I hope I make it clear that I've always tried to like Tyler Perry. Just because so many people seem to be fond of him, I try not to be a fucking contrarian, and I try to empathize. But this nigga sucks.
No, but his lawyer did say that this was just a shakedown, and that this.
I just keep hearing it so much that I'm just thinking, and that's kind of why I feel like it's kind of plausible. Oh, he's rich. I can get some money if I say you grab me. It's super plausible to think that rich people think they can get away with anything, because if you ever accuse them of any negative behavior, they'll just be like, "Oh, you just hating on me."
All right, yeah. So I guess as usual, before we get out of here, just a few questions from the listeners. One person, a frequent listener, Melvin Hudson. Shout out to him, man. Whatever he at, athlete. I think he's a football player down south, I believe, in college. But yeah, he asks, "Do we have any, rituals pre-show?" I'm not sure if he meant before we record or stand up. For me, stand up, not really. I guess we've been doing it long enough that we usually always ready or expected to get on stage. So I just listen to music as usual and try to stay ready with that. Before it is,
I think listening to music definitely counts, because what type of music do you listen to before you go on stage? Are you listening to fucking jazz? Or you listen? Probably not. You probably listen to like some hype shit. Yeah.
So I'm usually listening to the usual favorites. A lot of Pusha T, Kendrick, just positive stuff. Well, is that positive? Listening to a nigga brag about selling drugs to the community. Future.
It's positive for him.
Yeah, so listen to stuff like that. Before we record, I'm usually walking Pepsi and making you wait while I finish setting up, even though I should have had this shit ready.
Yeah, today we were cool.
Let me see. Somebody asked us to rank the seasons. The seasons are definitely spring and fall at the top. Spring and fall at the top.
Fall number one.
Yeah, I love being able to throw on a hoodie and some sweats. I'll wear some sweats 3 days in a row. Then after that, because that's like summer, summer,
fall, spring, summer, then winter.
Oh, you got summer third?
Yeah.
Oh no, I got summer last.
Winter's terrible. Well,
I guess because for what you like to do, you need to be outside. So
yeah,
so
skating,
you're not trying to skate with
I don't think any skateboarders like winter.
Yeah, because you don't want to skate with some thermals on and a winter coat.
it just hurts to fall and everything is frozen and
that too.
It's just not great.
Yeah, so
and that's kind of fucking something you got to work around. Summer, I don't mind sweating through a pair of pants as long as because you loose as fuck. Your joints are loose. It's hot outside. You get heat stroke sometimes, but it's not that bad.
I'm stressed thinking about my electric bill.
I do hate that, but I mean I try to be outside as much as possible. Just go in as soon as you wake up, go into the city, get some coffee, get some lunch, get some dinner, do a show, come back home. Just don't be home if you can.
See, I gotta keep it on because I be in here sometimes with the air off, and then I'm like, if I'm hot, I know this little nigga with this fur coat on, I know he hot.
Yeah, I try to keep my AC off as much as I can bear it. I might even sleep with the AC off.
That's what you gotta do when you have company.
What? To smoke them out?
No, to make them drop them drugs.
Put the AC on.
Yeah, why is it so hot in here? I don't know. I don't know. How about you lose them jeans?
I thought you were gonna say put the AC up so you gotta get under the covers. No. It works either way. That's a funny point. This is a deeper point to that. The weird type of shit you gotta do to. This is like a game you gotta play.
Yeah.
You gotta basically fucking convince or like not trick, but you gotta like convince a girl to fuck.
Yeah.
That you was already gonna fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know I don't like jeans on my bed, right?
Yeah. Dumb shit. She wants to fuck, you wanna fuck, but there's still this dumb little game that you both gotta play because of societal expectations. I hope we could fucking stop that shit. Let's not bring that into the next generation. Teach your kids.
That's what Tyler Perry was saying.
What?
Tyler Perry was like, "Come on, bro. You know we gonna fuck."
Yeah. Come on. That's what gay niggas do, though. That's why they happier than us. They be happy as shit because it's like
they both know what's up.
Yeah, I can see it. Both our dicks is hard through our jeans. if women had something more, if we could see the wetness through their jeans or something, then there wouldn't be no problems.
Come on.
Because you just be like, all right, now, you should, what the fuck I'm getting you a glass of water for it? Let's just fuck. I'm not getting you a snack.
I see that clip poking.
Yeah.
I see that thumb.
I'm in here trying to get her snacks and drinks and shit, trying to make her fucking... trying to convince her about... that I'm a good person. Yeah, I believe in women's rights and immigrants and I don't give a fuck.
Shit.
Yeah, we both are adults. We're all adults. I guess it has to. I guess men have to be okay with women that fuck easy too.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole thing. If you fuck a girl the first time you meet her, maybe you might not want to.
No,
be with her.
No,
that's a woman that values time.
Right,
a woman that'll fuck you right away. That's a good person.
I love, man. Those the ones you got locked down. You got, man. The freaker you are. That's always, when I was out here. But that's always been my thing. The freakier you are, I'm gonna lock you down fast because I can't let you out here doing that shit to other people.
I'm not fucking. I'm not even.
No, shit, that's one thing about me. I'm gonna take you off the streets. I will save you, girl.
Yeah, I don't fucking care. There's a certain threshold to where I'm like, I'm not waiting this long. But if that's how you feel,
you gotta be careful out here, though, man. These new girls that eat your ass on the first link.
I still ain't done it yet. I'm gonna do it for my 30th birthday. But yeah, and that's how it should be. Like if you trust me enough to go dick, balls, and underneath the balls.
In this weather,
then just do the whole thing.
In this heat wave, Shit.
Dude, oh, damn you nigga, you ate her pussy on the first link? She asked me to. I'm gonna say no. It's her house.
And the last question, somebody asked me, I'm saying shout out to my big niggas out here. He said, also another question from another frequent listener. He said, you have a sandwich named in your honor. What's on it and what's it called? Now, I know exactly my perfect sandwich.
I'm okay. Let's hear it because I don't even have one. I gotta think.
So, you know, I'm a split the roll open. You know what I'm saying? I'm going a sub roll. You know what I'm saying? No regular bread. I'm gonna smear that up with a little bit of mayonnaise. It's crazy. I used to be against mayonnaise. You do need mayonnaise on it. Black people, it's okay. Go get some. go get you some mayonnaise, man. Niggas,
no, real shit, because I do not like mayonnaise.
No,
and I don't like the sight or this like, I don't the way it look and feel.
No, but it's something. You ever make salmon cakes?
No.
See, there's certain things that you do need mayonnaise in for a main ingredient. And a good sandwich and some salmon cakes is definitely one.
I'll like make sriracha mayonnaise.
Okay.
I'll have to turn it red.
Okay,
to make sure so it don't look like mayonnaise anymore. I gotta mix it with something.
So yeah, I'm gonna smear that bread up with some mayonnaise. Then I'm gonna lay down some pepper jack cheese and some aged Gouda. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go get you some. Go get you some aged Gouda cheese. Then we gonna get some of that smoked turkey breast, and we gonna chop up some tomatoes. That's a new thing that I fuck with too. I used to ain't like tomatoes, but
you gotta chop them thin.
Yeah. You need them sliced real good. Then throw some spinach in there. You know what I'm saying? We gonna kind of make it a little healthy. You know what I'm saying? When you eat something, you want it to be colorful. The more colorful, the healthier it is. So yeah, get them greens in there. Get some spinach. Then we gonna I'm gonna throw some hot peppers on there. Some hot peppers, some roasted red peppers. We gonna sprinkle that with some oregano. And then I got that man. Go to your local grocery store and get the Chick-fil-A honey mustard. Regular honey mustard is cool, but that Chick-fil-A honey mustard, go get you a bottle of that, man. And then we gonna throw that oven on 350. We gonna throw that oven on 350. We gonna get that nice and toasted. It's gonna get that cheese nice and melted. The bread gonna be warm. Go get you some kettle chips too, man. And shit, that blueberry lemonade at Target. They be hot. Matter of fact, I shouldn't even told y'all niggas I've been going to Target. But they don't got it at ShopRite no more. I'm clearly hungry.
That's how I've just been letting it go because I'm like, this is hilarious. And you're going to listen back to it later thinking, God damn, I was fucking starving while I was saying this shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And what's it called?
We at your house, nigga. You can eat whatever you want.
And what I'm gonna call that? I don't know, man. That shit's gonna put you to sleep. That's what it's called. Yeah.
I could use some food that puts me to sleep right now, man. I be getting my shit out the way early during the day.
Yeah. So
I could just fucking chill and then maybe go back outside later, nighttime. But yeah, that's pretty much as far as sandwiches go.
Yeah. That's
kind of what I do with my shit, but I like sourdough.
Okay, yeah, sourdough. That's a good bread.
You gotta make sure you melt the entire. You gotta melt the cheese. You put it in the oven, take it out, put it back in, all type of shit. You don't want to make the fucking like the vegetables like hot, hot. But you want to make sure like the cheese is melted, the bread is toasted, shit like that. Honey mustard on a sandwich is definitely a go-to.
Yeah, that shit is A1.
I fuck with. I like stop eating sandwich meat for a while. Cause
it was getting recalled?
No, just cause I've been concerned about fucking cancer and shit.
Oh, okay.
Like nitrates and shit. That shit just scares the fuck out of me. But Trader Joe's has
I'm
organic shit.
I'm here for a good time.
Like Whole Foods.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Give me that nitrate.
Nah, I'm fucking.
Give me all of that nitrate, that titanium.
If organic turkey is going to keep a man's finger out my butt, I'm cool with that. You go ahead and get your prostate enlarged and see if you don't regret eating all them goddamn sandwiches.
That shit really is crazy though.
Yeah, a man has to put his finger.
No, a man really don't. They just want to.
But
like, cause
you can't even ask somebody you know to do it. It's like it got to be a random dude.
Cause it's like, if you want to scan my lungs for cancer or my brain, when they check for brain cancer, they don't put a finger in your ear. They just want to put, nigga. If you gonna put a finger in my ass, you got to make that sandwich I just described.
I'm just curious why they don't got like a utensil.
You could at least feed me. Right, yeah.
Like they can't be like a fucking butthole diamond tester.
Right.
You stick it in there,
right,
and then they beep if you got cancer. They could have came up with that.
Y'all got them long ass Q-tips just sitting there for nothing. You gonna use your finger and then leave the ring on?
How you know what cancer feel like? How many assholes do you have to put your finger into to know? Because I don't know if you realize this, but doctors are not always smart. There's C-student doctors. There's doctors that get sued for malpractice. So imagine you get a finger in your ass and he wrong. Now you gotta get another one. Or if you actually, people that have it.
I just better have cancer. Like don't just go in there for nothing.
Yeah, like there better have been signs. I better been peeing 20 times a day. That really is the only type of cancer that they have to use a finger for. It's bullshit. And then the reason they're not working on a new solution is because they don't want to.
Yeah.
They could easily have came up with the butthole diamond tester. Easily. They could easily do this shit. All this motherfucking AI we got. People using ChatGPT as their therapist.
Yeah.
They're getting fucking stock advice. We're basically trying to rearrange the way we think about the economy based on algorithms and shit. But it's still just a finger. That's all we got.
Damn.
What were we talking about? Sandwiches? How did it get to that?
Right. I done lost my appetite.
I was trying to help you out.
Yeah, I was hungry.
But yeah, I do like sourdough, and you got to use salt and pepper. You cannot. This is why people think they don't like vegetables, because you're not salt and pepper, and you got to make sure you do that. And yo, you ever pickle onions?
Yeah.
Pickle your red onions. Put that on your sandwich. That was the one thing I didn't mention. You gotta have a green, tomato, pickle, red onion. Anything else you want, go for it. I'm not that extravagant.
Yeah, just make sure that shit colorful, man.
I like sandwiches. I really wish bread and carbs wasn't like bad for you, because
I love
sandwiches is my shit.
I love a sandwich, man. I love a sandwich, and I don't care what New Yorkers say. That shit is called a hoagie. You know what I'm saying, the only heroes I know is the Black Panther and Iron Man.
Got some food themed anger. All of our takes are through the lens of food right now. I think we gotta just fucking wrap it up.
Yeah. But it's definitely been a good one. We definitely do appreciate the support.
Let me see if I got any other notes. Oh shit, Fat Joe we forgot to talk about that shit.
Well, Fat Joe lawsuit.
Fat Joe's lawsuit. But I mean, who gives a fuck about Fat Joe? Good night. We'll talk to you later. See you next week.
Shit. Yeah, we definitely do appreciate y'all support, man. Just keep tuning in with us. Keep spreading the word, man. We definitely do appreciate y'all taking the journey with y'all. And it's been a good one. We'll catch y'all next week, man. I'm Anthony Moore.
I'm Asante Morris. Thank you.
And we out.